More content. That's right. That's right. It's been so long, too long. Exactly. I missed you guys. I missed you guys very, very much. It's been really, really, really hectic. You see the time, or not? You see the title on your screen. Still in treatment. Week 4, week 5. I'm not really for sure, but I'm prospering. Things are great. Things are good. Whole lot of drama, y'all. Whole lot of drama. So let's get into it. First things first. How you doing? You doing all right? You doing? Shouts to you for waking up this morning. Shout out to you for doing the right thing. Shout outs to you for doing that good deed. Shout outs to you for staying sober or not staying sober. You know what I mean? It's your life, baby. It's your life. Shouts to all the ones doing great things, impacting on the world. But yeah, how y'all doing? Let me know how you doing. Hope you're doing wonderful, beautiful things, and hope you're working on yourself. Stay positive, stay healthy. Work out this, that, and third. Speaking of working out, I need to work out because godly, I've been in the gym here lately. I've been on my big back activities here lately, but we'll get into it. We'll get into all that. So mental check. So since the last time I was on live, man, it's been hella crazy on the mental, on the serious tip. Um, let's see. I mean, not so much like not nothing we can't have handled, right? Like nothing we haven't handled beforehand. It's just I had to move, and that that I finally got over that. But now, since last time we talked, we had the house lead. He's pretty cool. He's a cool dude. He's leading us pretty well. I think so. Handling his business. This, done, the third. We got we had one roommate. Had another roommate. He moved. Got another roommate. Pretty much roommates swapping houses and stuff like that. I mean, they said they were going to swap out and stuff, but just learning dynamics, personalities, and things of that nature. For the most part, mentally has been good here lately. Mentally, been having mental strifes. Just for the simple fact, I don't. I'm not feeling safe. I'm not feeling safe to fully, express my thoughts uh, on something, and I feel like the only way at this point I can safely express my thoughts. Yo, what up, chap? The only safe way I can express my thoughts is when we're sharing on a question or something like that, like in group or whatever. Because otherwise, what I mean, just sharing my thoughts on something or a matter, whether I bring it up or another person brings it up. Um, it's like testing the waters. It's like, yeah, what up, champ? It's like testing the waters. It's like, what I mean, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing a mental check right now. Check in with me. Check in with me. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Like, share, subscribe, do all that. Because here at Our Voice World, we are changing a life, and we aim to change people's lives. But yeah, just getting on my thoughts and stuff like that, bro. Like, I don't know. It just people. I know how I am because what I mean. I'm very direct with people. I'm very assertive with people, and I shared this in the group the other day. I was just like, the world does not like to hear the truth, right? Most people don't like to hear the truth. Long day, got done with school. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to people who going to school, who just got out of school, who going to school, getting that education. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you. Um, like I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, the world doesn't want to hear people. I like subbed. I like subbed. Okay, that's what's up. People really don't want to hear the truth. People really don't want to. What I mean, would rather have somebody beat around the bush than what I mean, be direct with you. You know what I mean? And I'm that type of person. That's how I operate. And so that's why I don't say too much. But when I do, I'm choosing my words carefully. Is what I've learned. I've had to learn throughout my life, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. But yeah, but for the most part, mentally has been good. Been kind of aggro here recently. That's just due to anxiety, due to, like I was telling you, that bullshit storm was coming. That bullshit storm is in full effect, like full effect. Just think so many things happening, but I'm gonna keep it on me. Um, but yeah, just going through the motions. Just being upset, because I can't express myself fully. Um, I'm not given. I feel like I'm not given a good amount of time to be understood. Yeah, I mean, people want to, just cut you off and don't want to hear you, don't want to understand you. But I mean, I'm in treatment for a reason. I mean, I'm to learn. I mean, learn what I can, and I'm a great. People love to hear me talk, so um, but some people are not there yet. I know I'm not there yet in certain situations, certain circumstances, and I understand that. But I'm willing to learn, though. That's the key point. I'm willing to learn and hear people out and understand them. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not really getting that. But emotional check. Ha! Emotionally, the emotional strife here lately has been insane. Like, my character has been called out. And we don't. What I mean. I don't play about my character. I don't play about my character. Elroy's very precise. He's very selective, methodical thinking, critical thinking, on always on 10, always aimed for to be on 10 and even higher. And yeah, these past couple weeks, my character was challenged and questioned. My habits and behaviors were challenged and questioned. And yeah, there was some sparks flew a little bit. Sparks flew a little bit, but it's okay because it needed to be done. I'm not gonna lie to you. Beforehand, like, the last live I went to, I told you, the bullshit storm is coming. The bullshit storm is coming. I'm preparing for myself, and I think I'm just over the hump now. Still in the storm, but I'm just over the hump now. There could be another hump, so gotta mentally prepare. So I've been feeling, aggro a little bit here and there, but also at the same time, very blessed and very joyous. Lots of gratitude, lots of energy of gratitude, energy appreciation. Just for the simple fact, I have this opportunity um, to share. You know what I mean? Uh, just to share my life and my thoughts, and to get to know people and their stories, and just taking advantage of that opportunity. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for the most part. Um, but yeah, just I haven't been feeling emotionally safe here. I mean, expressing my feelings, expressing, you know, another world. What I mean, another side of me. What I mean, it's just not safe. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's just not safe, especially your feelings, your true feelings. You know what I mean? Like, some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle, you hurt me this way, you hurt me that way type deal. But yeah, um, so check in over with. So just got done with school or classes or whatever. Another day. Today was decent. Today was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Really can't complain at all. Really can't complain at all. Um, but this past weekend though. So speaking of this past weekend though, I hope y'all out here staying warm. Check on your loved ones, hug your loved ones. You know what I mean? Stay warm, you guys, because out here it snowed pretty. It snowed pretty bad. Let me see if I can show you guys. See, It snowed pretty bad out here too. It's all snow. Let me turn this off. Is it the lining or the touch up? Is that better? Okay, it looks better on my screen. But yeah, it snowed completely. I hope y'all staying warm. But we had we had to stay in over the weekend. You know me, I'm chilling, I'm big chilling. I've been throwing pots like a mug, right? I made gumbo beginning of this week. Let's see, I done made pastas, all types of pastas, made cheesecake. What else I done made? I'm cooking for the whole house. Uh and so like I'm making pasta salads, uh two, three different types of sides. I cooked that chicken. I cooked two hens. I cooked the two hens. I'm so salty. Oh no, my backing. Is that it? Okay. I'm so salty because I wasn't able to take pictures or anything, man. I was so salty I wasn't able to take pictures or anything. I made a fire hens. I made fire hens. I buttered them all up, marinated. Oh, so good. Stuffed them too. So good, so good. That was really good. Oh, I made ribs for one of the housemates too. Tenderism. God, I wish I made video. Wish I made a video of those ribs because those ribs, I let them sit. I put them in the oven. Let them sit for. I let them sit pretty much overnight. Pretty much like for a solid 8 hours. I let them sit in the oven. Got up the next day. Had them for dinner. Yeah, that day. Yeah, actually, that day was crazy. I made ribs. I made mashed potatoes and gravy. Uh, I made pork. I made pork stir fry too for the rest of the household. Oh, that was crazy. It was all good though. It was all really good. Um, and I made rice with the stir fry too. Yeah, when I tell you I've been throwing pots, I've been throwing these pots. I've been throwing these pots, bro. It's been really fun just cooking for everybody. Uh, I think one housemate now, or not housemate, but one of the house one of the homies in a different house. There we go. Wants me to make him some fried chicken. So he wants so. Hey, what up, chat? What up, chat? What up, chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Someone wants me to make fried chicken for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's 100% all good. I love it. I love cooking for people, and I think it's part of my calling for real, for real. I think it really is. Uh, let's put a pin in that one. So while we was sorry for the tangent. So while we was stuck in the house, we were stuck in the house. Tuesday, we got stuck in the house. So we've been in the house pretty much since Friday was our last. Friday was our last um, time before the storm or whatever have you, right? So bumped heads with a housemate over what was it over? It was something stupid. Um, well, okay, so first we had a house meeting about cleaning, and this particular housemate brought up like he never has time to cook or whatever. All right, cool, pay no mind. I'm gonna like and subscribe. Oh, thanks, acids. Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. You are changing a life here. All you gotta do is hit the like button or just hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta hit the notifications. You know what I'm saying? Just sub. You know what I mean? Change a life. You're changing a life here. Thank you, acids. Um, but this particular housemate, yeah, talked about he couldn't clean, he couldn't cook or anything. And then next thing you know, what was it like Tuesday or Monday? We bumped heads again because he was like, "Oh, you put your name on your food in the house, and someone ate my food or wherever to scoop," and I was just like, "Yeah." What about it? He was like, "Well, you wrote on the we have this magnet, we have this calendar magnet or whatever on the refrigerator, and I put don't eat in these type of ingredients or whatever." And he got upset about that. I was just like, "Yeah, because I made the mistake of not putting my name on it. Like, how are you getting mad about the fact that we all agreed that it's pretty much an open kitchen, but if you really don't want anybody to mess with it, you put your name on it. Otherwise, you're volunteering it to whoever wants it or needs it at that time or that day or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if it's a box of pasta, is if it's like, it's a pasta or whatever, and you want, pasta for your dish, you eat more pasta than everybody else, write your name on it. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like keeping it in your room, write your name on it, or just keep it in your room. Point blank. Period. Well, he was butthurt about that, and I'm just like, bro, we all agreed about it. You didn't. You wasn't there at the game, so you can't turn around and be upset at me because I'm keeping myself accountable. I'm upset with myself. Make that make sense? Like, how are you upset with me, and then turn around? I do exactly what we all agreed upon. I can't get mad because like what was what was there was some that was like, I think chicken that I was going to use for gumbo that got eaten. I don't really care who ate it, right? It doesn't matter who ate it. That's not the point. The point is I didn't do what the household agreed upon was write your name on it, write a note on it, or write on the refrigerator, hey, please don't eat the chicken, whatever to scoop. And he just went on some tangent about like this, that, and the third, about some hot pockets and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, like what? I was the last person to move in. I was the last person to move in into the household, right? When I checked the refrigerator, it was already packed. Now I didn't have much of any food to bring into the household, but it was already pretty much packed from the previous tenants here who was staying here, right? And so I kept asking like who's what? Because for the person who doesn't have much of anything, that I can clearly eat on that, right? I don't have to, stress about going to the food bank that they take us to or trying to bum off someone who's else in the house. I can just eat on that until I get, until I get to the food bank or to get my food stamps or whatever have you, right? So I kept asking, and then I pretty much got the runaround, right? And this is I gotta go. Hope you have an amazing day. You too, acids. Yay! Have a good day. Have a great day. Thank you for chatting with me. Um, what I was about to say? Yeah. So weeks go by basically, and in this moment of the argument, I was just like, I have to tell like half the household has majority of the food in the freezer, and you know what I'm saying, it's not getting eaten, it's not getting asked to get cooked, you know what I mean, no one's really eating it, you know what I'm saying. And now I'm in a position where I can actually purchase my own food and use the freezer, you know what I mean, and he's going off about how he has nothing to eat, and I'm just like, bro, your food's in the freezer. So come to find out, this is my theory, right? A lot of the food that was in the freezer was left over by the previous tenants, and him and other housemates claimed it, so-called claimed it, and or pinned it on someone else to claim, but they ended up all pinning on another person, right? So basically it's basically up for grabs or whatever have you, right? Because one, their name's not on it, and two, they're at this point now to what I'm realizing they're forgetting it, right? Like no one, like they're really not thinking about it. Because in the midst of the argument, I was just like, bro, there's been a bag of pretzels that's been in the cabinet since we all moved in here, and I haven't seen no one touch them. No one. I don't even touch them. And you claimed that they were yours. And when I confronted him on it, he was like, "What pretzels? I don't even know what pretzels." And I was just like, so I had to walk into the kitchen and show him that these pretzels. He was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that they were even here." I was just like, "How? So you're either lying to the fact that they're yours, or you're just lying, basically, bro, because they were never yours." And so like you told me a story that they're yours and they're not. And then two, second point is it is no one's obligation to make sure you have food here. And then like it's confusing because he stated that he didn't have no food, but you know what I mean, he has multiple items in the freezer. Make it make sense. So you forgot that you had food in the freezer, but you hollering about you ain't got no food. No, I'm not going for it. What I think is, and this is once again my theory. He's got food in his room. He's got food in his room. He's got food in the freezer, and then on top of that, there's house food that I personally put in the pot for the house. Like there was already a good amount of food in the pot for anybody and everybody to eat on. I added to that. So if someone needs something or someone doesn't if someone needs something and you don't have the funds for it, whether that's food stamps or money, it's right here. It's already here. You know what I mean? If you have food in your room, you know what I mean, and you want to make a meal, there's food in the fridge for you to make a meal. Not just eat fucking TV dinners and oven pizzas. Like I understand people eat that way and that's cool on a daily, but you're not going to tell me you want to live off nothing but TV dinners when you have access to a kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It hit different when you actually have a kitchen. You can call it your kitchen and you can make an actual three course, like not three course, but like a plate with actual protein, 2, 3 sides, you know what I'm saying? Some biscuits or a roll or something, you know what I'm saying? That hits different. You know what I mean? If that's the fuel, that's the food that the soul eats. You know what I mean? We eat the actual physical food, but the process of making it and sitting down at a table and eating it, that fuels your soul. You know what I mean? That helps amplify change in your life. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, my theory. So, but enough with the rant. But yeah, we bumped heads, and it was a yelling match, and frankly, I'm mostly upset with myself because I was matching his energy. Like he was all frank, his body was all frantic, and this, that, and the third, and you know what I mean. And this is granted, this is in front of a Zoom meeting. Yeah, like we had our classes over Zoom meeting. God, thank God it was the mic was muted, but yeah, it was all over a Zoom meeting, and so we're walking, in front of the camera, hollering at each other, and I'm mainly upset with myself because I'm saying I got out of character. You know what I mean? I should never got out of character, but it was inevitable. It was truly inevitable. Plus, with the other strife, all the strife, especially the spiritual strife. Um, you know what I mean? It kind of all boiled up. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't make sense. Like it didn't make any sense how do you say you don't have no food, but you're one of the many people who have a lot of food in the freezer. You know what I mean? And he brought up a point like he works out and eats yogurt and stuff. And he was like, "Am I supposed to just eat off nothing but yogurt?" I was just like, "All you do is buy yogurt. That's on you. Like that's not you choose to eat. You choose majority of your groceries is yogurt, bro. I don't like that's once again, it's not nobody's responsibility or prerogative to help you with your diet and your choices of what you want to eat. Like I've then offered myself to the house and to others in the program to cook. You know what I'm saying? To serve my talents and my skills to cook. Nothing stopping you from going in the kitchen and cooking. Nothing stopping you from, asking me, hey, I seen this TikTok dish. If I get all the ingredients, can you cook it? Hell yeah. I'll cook it. No questions, no hesitations. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like no one, you know what I'm saying? Like no one, you know what I mean? But I digress though. So the house meeting and then we blew up over the classroom. It's just been really really tough, and that's what I mean when I say like the mental emotional strife has taken it has really, because like yesterday I was feeling it. Like I woke up and my body was all sore and stiff, and I could barely move my neck and stuff. And so the stress is really, really hitting my body. I can't take and also I'm on a comfortable bed. So that too, going from sleeping on concrete for, months and months on end, and sleeping on sleeping on concrete and couches for months and months, years on end, and then actually having a bed to sleep on. I think my body's finally trying to adjust, and it don't help none because my body's under stress. So there's that. But yeah, and so he tried to apologize. I was just like, you know what, just give me time. You know what I mean? Time tells all, frankly. Time will tell all. I just what I'm saying, let's just take some space. You know what I mean? That's all, what I mean? But I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking at the a good appropriate time to just, spit at him, not spit at him. Sorry, Jesus. Rap with him, you know what I mean? Because what I've observed from him and learned from him, and the other people who I guess you can say contribute to the mental and emotional strife that I'm going through. Yeah, going through. There's something I can learn from them. You know, there's definitely a lesson to be learned from them. Um, Me and the guy that bumped heads, we have. It seems, from what I understand, we have two different we have two different philosophies on life. Um, but yeah, at the same time, I guarantee you, there's a lot of similarities both in life and the way we perceive life. And then on top of that, our common ground is sobriety too. So, sobriety being the foundation, that we walk on together. And so, just building up that courage and building up that time, trying to seize the moment in time to, tell them, hey, we can probably learn a lot from each other. And just from here on out, let's just be respectful and, you know, um, but at the same time, also on the flip side too, we can go a couple rounds. You know what I mean? We can go a couple rounds. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I'm here for both of it. Because to me, the way I think of it, it's a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson. It's a trial. It's a trial and error. It's a what I'm saying, a chance to learn something new. It's a chance to use old habits, new habits, and learn new habits. So, but yeah, that happened this week. Oh, and but the crazy thing is going through all this strife. I actually got two opportunities. One, I don't want to speak on too much because my luck. I speak on it, I broadcast it, and it'll never happen. But um, hopefully, I got an opportunity to uh, possibly have some form of internship or something like that. But essentially, um, stay longer in the program. Um, I don't know what that would look like. I'm not really pinpoint what it looks, sounds, it would feel, because at this point right now, I'm not for certain. For real, I'm really not for certain because, like I said, going through this strife, but at the same time, I'm getting these opportunities and these blessings. And so it's like for every four bad things that happen, whether it's mental, emotional, or spiritual, there's this one really, really good thing. And I'm about to. Okay, I was checking my photo, or not photo, battery. Who said? Someone texted me. Hold on. Okay. Um, yeah, to stay longer. Um, I don't know, going through the strife and weighing the good and the bad. I mean, the bad, I've been through worse, but that good is very impactful. So once again, trying to weigh it out, really trying to weigh it out, because if these good things actually pull through and come through, and then on another tip, heard, I don't know if it's set in stone. It's probably a case by case basis, but there might be an offering to, once you're out after the program, pay some type of fee or compensation, or able to, what's it called, food and board, or work and board. Basically means work for the work for the um work for the program, and they'll give you food and board, basically. I'd be willing to do that. That would be, yeah, that'd be straight. You know what I mean? All I gotta do is, either work for the program, or just work in general, and they'll board me up. You know what I mean, or something like that, or I pay so much or something a month, or 6 months or something like that. That would be. I'm willing to do that. That would be really cool. But yeah, got those two opportunities, but and then spiritually, been having spiritual strife, because I've been praying. I've been praying every day. I've been praying for everyone in the program, from the staff to, all my fellow brothers and sisters in the program, in the sobriety community, recovery community, all that. Been praying for you guys. Been praying for myself, my family, all my friends and peers and stuff like that. And so, I was told. So like frankly, since day one, I was told that my beliefs, and let's just say my religion, is not accepted. Is not acceptable. And that was like in the midst of conversations of the people I'm around. They're like, that's not acceptable, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And so and so I was very weary of like praying and practicing. And so since I've moved, I've been praying and practicing and studying and whatever, whatnot. And so, I've been hearing a lot of like the whole comparison of like Christianity to other religions, or this to that. And I mean, just I mean, my higher power has been tapping in and sending me, I mean, them signals. You know what I'm saying? When you get a sign, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting these signs of there's some people that are growing, and then there's some people that are hurting, and then there's others that you just can't help. But I haven't got that signal that I'm in a spiritual safe place. You know what I'm saying? Them devils is some tricky MFers. They'll use the first trick they'll use is the church. You know what I'm saying? The first trick they use is a temple. So I don't know yet, but here recently, and it's not the first time, but here recently, I got told that I can't burn my sage, and sage is a part of my ceremony, of my what I mean, of my prayer, of my chanting, due to a fire hazard. But other apartments have candles. They have full fledged candles, right? And that's just for decorations and for the snow. While mine's is used for ceremonial purposes. It's not, I mean, it's it's just one of those things. So now, if I want to do a full ceremony and a full right passage, then pretty much have to go outside in the snow. And so it's just kind of one of those things where It don't, you know what I'm saying? It really don't make no sense. And just I'm ready to, you know what I mean, full fledged be me. Being me, but if being me makes me look like a threat as per usual, you know what I mean, then I've gotta, be cautious and just take it in stride. And I think that's what my higher power is kind of telling me, you know what I mean? Stay spiritually fit, but also be spiritually, mentally, or psychologically ready. You know what I mean? Stay psychologically ready. You know what I mean? Because the demons, you know what I'm saying, them devils and demons don't only challenge you physically. You know what I mean? Want playing put harm to you or want you to put poison in your body as well, in your temple as well. But they're also going to hit your head, hit your mind. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're challenging me to be ashamed of my belief, be ashamed of my practice, and I'm not. I really want to pray at the top of the rooftops, really, for real, every morning and every afternoon. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be respectful. My the way I practice my religion might be weird to somebody. It might be off putting to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I still gotta do what I gotta do. Though. You know what I'm saying? So those are the three stripes. Speaking of spiritual fellowship and practice, here lately I've been really thinking of like why am I here? And today I got asked, what do you want out of this program? What do you want to get out of this program? And or why are you here? What do you want to get out of it? And what's your vision for, sobriety? And I told him like how I got here. I didn't tell him the full story, but I told him like, I was looking for a recovery center. No one answered, and when I called, this place answered. You know what I mean? It was the only place that answered. And so what I want out of this is to, hone in my skills that I have, learn new skills, practice my spirituality, have a good place to practice spirituality and stuff like that. To experience, learn what I can learn, share love and knowledge and wisdom, and get it all back. Get it all back. Receptacle energy in a receptacle way. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then ultimately, I told him I want to make alcohol. I did. I tell him I've been on it. I've been really on, my my entrepreneurship tip mindset. But here, I've been keep getting these signs from the divine that my purpose is aligned here. It has something to do with people in recovery. It has something to do with serving people in recovery or changing their lives or, giving them a voice or something. Or it has something to do with it because I tell you one thing that has been truly consistent since I've been here is that people like me serving them. Whether it's wisdom, advice, suggestions, or feeding them. They like being served from me. I like serving them. But going from here, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? I always let the divine use me to whether send a message, whether it's a blessing or a lesson. You know what I mean? I always allow the divine to do that. So, and trying to align that with my purpose, I'm starting to really see it's got something to do with serving. What I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know if it means just working in a facility like this. I don't know if it means making my own facility. I don't know if it's just like you know, a like pop up kitchen at homeless camps. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but it's definitely, you know, the Divine's telling me it's definitely the disenfranchised, marginalized people who are, you know, mentally, who have severe mental illness, severe addictions. You serving them. What you serving them, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but I'm liking it. I'm just trying to stay positive and really ride that lightning bolt right now. Like that is definitely been motivating me because so far since I've moved into this house, there hasn't a day gone by where someone has asked me to, you know, help them with something, you know, get involved in something with them. There hasn't a day go by. Whether it's the people that I live with in this household or it's people at the group, you know what I'm saying? There's always someone you know what I'm saying, asking me something, or there's always I'm seeing and picking up, you know, opportunities to serve. But at the same time, I'm also like stepping back here recently because I know me. You know what I mean? You know me, right? You know, I get too involved, and then I turn around and get too emotionally invested, and it becomes a bad investment. You know what I mean? And we don't cry about these investments because we don't take L's, we take lessons. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm stepping back. You know, after a couple of weeks, like literally like these past 2 weeks of just straight up, yeah, literally since the last live I went with y'all. Yeah, you know, just stepping back and saying because I went hard. So now this rest of this week, probably beginning of next week, you know, I'm stepping back. You know, checking my emotional investments, my mental investments. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not. I guess you say I'm cashing them in, or I'm reevaluating. There we go. I'm reevaluating my mental, emotional, and spiritual investments. You know what I mean? I'm taking a step back. I'm not gun ho to serve quite yet. You know what I mean? Or in this phase so far. Like someone asked me to cook for them. Yeah, I'm a cook. Yeah, yeah. But um, but if but you know, I'm not so quick to help someone clean up or something like that, or quick to give a solution or something like that. You know, you gotta let people breathe. And at the same time, I've got to learn to sit my happy ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? To sit my happy ass down somewhere. Cause I be all up in people's lives and all in the mix to a point. I am the mix. Leroy can't be the mix all the time, right? Like I think the divine definitely wants me to learn how to balance, you know, these two things: serving the divine, serving the universe, serving the people, and serving, you know, myself. Because, like I said, like I've been having so many good ideas and thoughts ringing in my head about this idea, that idea. Like I got one homie I'm in group with that you know, I was pitching him the idea for like the soup, like not soup, a tea shop, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm on board with that. Like, yeah, I pretty go hard, and there's not that many where with Scoop." And so that was like a couple weeks. That was a couple weeks ago, and then today I brought up today again, and then I tell him the full like story behind why I want to make a tea shop and why I want to call it, and you know, it's not going to be just a tea shop. It's going to be like a one-stop shop, holistic store. And he was just like, "Yo, that's actually fire. That's actually some fire." And and I was like, "Really? Is it really fire?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I really like that." You know what I'm saying? He really liked the idea. People really like my ideas. People really like my ideas. I mean, I at least believe that even when they say like, "Oh, it's good, that's a good idea," or "That's fire," yeah, I mean, and they don't really think it's good or really fire. I even take the I mean, they had the courage and the decency and the politeness to tell me it's a good idea. I mean, I even take that. I mean, even if you think, oh, it's a stupid idea that'll never work out, you put the energy out there to say, oh, that's a good idea. You know what I mean? You can't take it back. Even if you're like, because your intentions is just to be polite. That's still positive energy. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. You know what I mean? But I think he was really like, yo, that's actually pretty fire. And so I was telling him that idea, and yeah, and that telling you that reminded me how much I've grown. I want to grow. Just the concept of human development and character development and growth. Because yesterday I bought milk for one of the girls in group because her milk got drunk. Like she was staying in this house, and then she moved, and she left some milk, and it ended up getting drunk. By who, it doesn't really matter, but it was drunk, and I took the heat for it. And so the other day, she was in class or whatever, and she brought up me doing that for her, and the facilitator was like, "Yo, that's a good thing. It's positive. That's growth." And it really resonated with me out of nowhere. It was like, growth. Wow, really? That's growth? Because like it got me thinking that the only reason I was able to do that was because I had what I needed me. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for me fighting tooth and nail to get food stamps and jumping through all the hoops to get food stamps, to be in that position to do that for her, you know what I'm saying? It would have never happened. Like if I never got my food stamps in time, you know what I'm saying? It would just never happen, and the facilitator was like, yeah, that's growth. And I was just like, hey, I gave her my word. I told her I would do it. I did it. You know what I'm saying? All in all, ultimately, I'm just happy to be in the position to do it. And, Chris was like, sorry, the facilitator was like, that's growth. And I was just, it really hit me. The thought really hit me. It's like, in order for me to grow, I have to have what I need in order to grow. And I think it's kind of, I don't know. It just really, really resonated with me. If that's truly the only way I can truly grow, because me, like highly, highly intelligent, sophisticated, like to be sophisticated. You know what I mean? I can also run riots and control chaos and all this, that, and the third. And you know what I mean? I'm always trying to work on my self development and growth and stuff like that. And for the past several years, I've been feeling stagnant. Like it's the constant same thing over and over and over again. And now it's finally, it's almost like epiphany. Now I'm realizing, or I'm building a theory that the only way for me to prosper and grow is if I have what I need. You know what I mean? Or at least have access to the resources to do what I need to do for others. There we go. That's what. There we go. There we go. Like, if I, and it also really hits me because it's like aligning with my purpose as well. It has to, right? If and I naturally want to do it. I guess that's why it hits me so hard. I want to be in a position where I can serve and impact people's lives in a positive note and help people in a positive way, whether it's emotionally, mentally, psychologically. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's feeding them or clothing them, I want to impact the human condition for the better. And so It just I don't know. I'm still to this day really tingling because it really shook me, but also not shook in like spooky way, but shook me like Eureka way, you know, because it made me realize like fuck if I don't like we've been through this journey for a very long time. Y'all seen what I can do without what I have. Imagine what I can do when I have it. Like that's powerful. Like I'm like, if was in the position all the time, like buying that milk. I know it sounds simpleton on the surface, but like it just really resonated with me so hard. Like, and that's called growth. Then my growth potential is astonishing. It's you know what I mean. It's cosmic level. We're talking cosmic level of growth at a very rapid place or position. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It just and it all aligns with serving people. You know what I mean? Like that's never going. That's the default is serving and wanting to. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why I'm here. You know, there's a reason why you know that gun didn't go off in the back of my head and I'm not dead. There's a reason why I'm not dead in that SUV. You know what I'm saying? Like I really hope, I really hope like life or death situations don't have to happen for me to like progress as a human being. Cause I'm telling you, I don't know if I can handle too many of those. I'm pretty sure third time's the charm on that tip. Like the first two, I've literally walked away with no scars. Maybe damage, maybe a little bit of damage of the soul, a couple bruises of the soul, but I walked away peachy. Third time's the charm, so pray for me, y'all. Pray for me, because if that's the pattern, sweet Mother of Mary, what does the divine have for me? Like I call Diva Loca, which is if people don't know, I called heaven the other day, right? They put me on hold for about 2 days. Right? That was last week. I called them Thursday. They put me on hold for 2 days. Saturday popped up, right? Then Sunday came through. Right? And so I finally got in touch with a secretary. I told her to transfer me to the Department of Warriors to find out if the divine has chosen me yet again to be a warrior, right? I had to wait a whole nother day on the phone, yeah. And I finally got in touch with a rep. They finally told me we had a nice, good, long chat because I was heated because I've been chosen yet again to be a warrior of the divine. And I'm telling you right now, Lord have mercy, what am I being prepped for? And they couldn't answer. They couldn't answer me. They couldn't answer what am I being prepped for? What on the spiritual plane? Like, are you building me to be a nuclear spiritual bomb? Like, are you trying to teach me how to make a Goku spirit bomb? Because at this point, I don't know. And they would not answer. They were just like, you're going to get what you want. You want to be a big impact on the world and the people around you. There you go. I'm like, no, I don't want to be chosen again to be a warrior, like a spiritual warrior again. No. They was like, well, look where you at. I said, okay, what about it? That's your reward. Click. What? What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? Like I ain't doing this to what? So yet again, your boy has been chosen to be the divine warrior again. I don't know if I can go through another year, y'all. Another year of this, y'all. But it did say change is coming. You know what I'm saying? You gonna grow. So I'm like, keep praying. You know what I mean? My prayers is getting answered. So I can't complain too much. Really, no, honestly. Keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? They just yet again, chosen to be another word. I'm just so done, y'all. My back hurts. My neck and my back hurts. But yeah, man, it's just it's got something to do with it. It's definitely got something to do with serving people and making an impact on the world and just I don't know. Maybe I'm getting tested to finally see am I going to stay the course. But it's naturally in me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got that big heart from grandmama. You know what I'm saying? It's naturally going to be in me. And you know what I mean? I'm not gonna falter spiritually. I'm not gonna falter. Well, I might falter mentally. I ain't gonna hold you. I gotta check on that. I gotta work on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let my emotions, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let the emotions flow. You know what I mean? Can't contain your emotions. You can't contain them or restrict them. No, you gotta let them flow like water. Like Bruce Lee said, flow like water. You know what I mean? If you put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. You put water in a glass, it becomes a glass. You put water in a vase, it becomes the vase. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like water. You know, and so I let my emotions be like water. I strengthen my mental. You know what I'm saying? Fortify my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it pushing, bro. Got to keep it pushing, bro. But I'm getting hungry. I'm getting tired. So I might pop out. I don't know when I pop out. But thanks for chatting with me, guys. I'm gonna eat some of this gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna actually take a picture of it. At least give y'all a picture of it. But yeah, man. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Do all those beautiful, lovely things. Because here at Always World, you are changing your life for the better. So I can be better. So we can be better. To go out here and impact people's lives for the better. And remember, somebody, somewhere, someone loves you.